Oh shit. Here we go again.
That's right, CJ. Here we go again.
Bruh.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Phantasy Star Online Blue Burst. We're gonna jump back into the Affinia server and continue our grind to level 200. So, without further ado, let's get back into it, shall we? Hope everyone's having a lovely Friday evening. Well, it's evening for me, anyway. Time zone. That's right, we reached the big milestone, level 182. We are halfway to level 200 now, in terms of experience points requirement. So yeah, we're almost there, folks. We're almost there. Barry. Where's Barry? There's Barry. Right there. He was always here, man.
You son of a bitch.
Oh my god, it's Lantis! Major, how are you? I turned that off real quick. Hi, Lantis! Well, she might be AFK, though. She might have been sitting here for a minute. I did start, like, you know, as usual. 15-20 minutes late. Lantis? I think she might be AFK. But still, hi, friend! For when you see this. I'm assuming, she won't be long. Maybe she'll want to join in. We'll have company. For the grind. It is kind of late, though. So I don't know. But even if she just came to say hi, though. Hi, Lantis. Okay. Might come around after a couple runs. Shit, I forgot that. Well, I can put that stuff away pretty quick. Alright, here we go. Let's get the music going. We get a rocket full of meth and we're out of here.
What? What the fuck?
Alright, that's good. The song we left off on. The final battle for Final Fantasy IV. The track is called The Final Battle, so... Put that shit away. We got 3 dragon claws yesterday? Kinda nuts. Mantis would be proud. Oh. Why's that still in queue? Somehow it forgot. I already finished listening to all that a while ago. There. Music I had queued up from hours ago, which I finished listening to. I don't know why. It like necro posted the old queue I had going. There we go. I don't know if necro posting is the right word, but you know what I mean. I know what'll get her attention. That'll get her to be like...
Son of a bitch!
Final Fantasy V battle music go burr. So you see our total EXP? That's pretty much how much you need to get from 182 to 200. The total EXP that we've accumulated up to this point from level 1 to 182. That's why it's a halfway point. So yeah, these last 18 levels are gonna be the longest. They're gonna feel the longest. For sure. That said, I'm impressed at how fast this is actually going, and I said this before. But I thought for sure leveling up would become much slower by this point. You see, it's what I said at the beginning of this entire grind. Day 1 of when we started this whole grind, when I started playing Phantasy Star Online on Twitch for the first time almost a year ago now. I said I come from getting to level 200 on MapleStory back when it was actually difficult to get there. So I said this was probably not going to feel that bad by comparison, or I was at least more mentally prepared for a long grind. And yeah, it turned out to be true. This actually feels a lot faster than I thought it was going to be. That's just my way of saying that because I come from that era of MapleStory, you know, 2006 to 2012, when leveling was abysmally slow. This feels fast as fuck by comparison, getting to 200 here. I feel completely fine. Again, granted though, I am taking full advantage of EXP boost weeks, but even so, I expected it to be slower. Because I'm used to that. This is like nothing by comparison. I mean, even using the double EXP cards that they sold in the cash shop way back in those days. God, it was still abysmally slow. They stopped selling them after the Big Bang update. I don't know why. I guess they felt it would be too fast. But even after the Big Bang update, it was still pretty damn slow. I don't think it was till they raised the level cap to like 250 and then later 300 more recently that it became like super easy to get to 200 after that. I don't know when all of that happened though, I just know that it did, but I don't know when because, you know, I haven't kept up with the game in ages. After I retired in 2012, I stopped caring, I stopped looking at updates and stuff, so I don't know. Somebody just told me on Discord not too long ago that they've added a ton of shit to that game since then. And I will be revisiting it on stream one day. I already did once. Actually, that was an offline video I recorded from my main YouTube channel. Getting nostalgic about MapleStory. But yeah, compared to that, this is nothing. I'm shocked at how fast we're actually getting to 200. What was my shit? I didn't check. Maybe I can still see in the pause menu, but what's my actual playtime is what I'm wondering. When you log in, you get to see it, so we'll see it when but you guys can pause and rewind and go check. But does it say here? No, we'd have to go back to the login screen. Whatever. I think my playtime is just barely over 200 hours. Right? Phantasy! She disappeared! Damn, she was just here too. Did she move somewhere else? Or maybe she went to bed. Like I said, this is kind of late, so I wouldn't be surprised if Atlantis just noped out. time zones, you know? I don't know where she went. Oh, there she is. Hi, Lantis. I saw you sitting there with Major. How you doing, friend? $2:30:11. Is that my playtime? You clocked that? Holy shit. Alright, Twitch added the rewind feature. You can rewind live video now. Unless you're streaming in the DJ category. If the VOD is published automatically, for most streamers it is. You could also just go to the VOD and check that. But now you can just do it without leaving the live video page. You can just rewind like it's a YouTube video or something, basically. Which, by the way, that feature has been around on YouTube live streaming for like forever, but Twitch finally added it. But it's also only for subscribers and Twitch Turbo members too, I think. Like people who subscribe to the channel, or people who are subscribed to Twitch Turbo, are the only ones who get the live rewind feature on Twitch. So we're at 230 hours and 11 minutes. Keep in mind, a good chunk of that, the first like... What was it, like the first 30 to 40 hours was playing through the story on normal mode, so... And if you're just looking at the videos on my VODs channel, another good chunk of that was playing on different accounts, the Sandbox account. And also playing on the version of VOD that is on the Diva Loca server. So in terms of like real time, the amount of like real time we've invested into this, yeah, it really isn't that much. These EXP boosts really help. You've only used rewind on channels I'm sub to? Yeah. Yeah, that's how it works. Channels you're sub to or Twitch Turbo. I think it's an update that Twitch added back in like, when the hell was it? I think it was in like, it feels more recent than this, but I think it was in like early summer, like in May or something. They did it like after they announced it in some event they did. Yeah, so it was at the same time that, I believe it was at the same time that, or maybe they were just announcing it. At the same time they gave us those tokens to have like subscription discounts. Kind of like September, where subscriptions are reduced in price. But you can like, you get 7 tokens and 72 hours. They did this convoluted thing. 72 hours and 7 tokens where you can activate subscription discount on your channel. For subscriptions. Oh yeah, it's redundant. Yeah, I already said it. So if you use like the 7 tokens, 1 hour a piece, you get 7 per year. That's it. You don't even get to use the rest of the hours you had. If you use 1 token to activate it for all 72 hours in a row in one go, then that's it. That's all you get for the whole year. So you can activate it 7 times and for a total of 72 hours. So the most even way to distribute it is to use 12 hours per token if you want to, like, you know, min-max the subscription discount for the whole year that you get, you know? And the tokens expire at the end of each year on December 31st, January 1st, basically. So if you haven't used the tokens by then, they don't stack up with next year's. You don't get to accumulate them like that, so. But they also don't stack up with September or any other event discount subscriptions, so you can't even use them in September, essentially. They won't do anything. You'll just be wasting them. But yeah, it's around the time that they announced that, which I think was like in May, June or something like that. That's when they also added Twitch Rewind. Or at least that's when they announced it. Yeah, they're kind of hidden away. You have to go to your settings on your Twitch channel. This is something the streamer does. Yeah, you go to, where the hell is it? Monetization, I think? Yeah, let me see. Monetization, subscriptions. No, not here. Where is it? Hold on. Oh, here it is. Yeah, in subscriptions, there's a tab called Subscription Discount Promotions Beta. It says beta. You click it, and then there it is. You can opt in with a little button. And it says right there, start a discount promotion. You have 70 hours total available promotion time remaining. That's me, because I haven't used this yet. You get 35% off 5+ gifted subs. So, like, if I activate this right now, anybody watching can get a 35% discount on subscriptions, gifted subscriptions, until the timer runs out, basically. I have 0 of 7, I've used 0 of 7. They expire on the 31st of December, and I have 70 hours. So it wasn't 72 hours, it was 70 hours. Promotion duration, I can choose to use all 70 hours right now, or just use, like I just said, basically what I just described. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way to 70 hours. I can pick how many, basically. It'll put like a little badge underneath my stream, and it'll be like flashing colors, and it'll have the timer showing how long the discount's going for. But yeah, they kind of just hid it away there in the monetization tab. Oh, I don't have that feature. I'm not. Oh yeah, it's for affiliates. Affiliates and partners, obviously. I think the same time they announced that, they also mentioned how they're gonna monetize everything now. Even if you're not an affiliate, they now put ads on your channel. I think they pretty much said that. Which, again, that's something YouTube did a long time ago too. Years ago, YouTube made an announcement where they're like, even if you're not, you know, monetized, if we feel like putting ads on your channel, we're just not gonna give you a cut. Twitch is the same thing. They did the same thing earlier this year. They're like, yeah, we're gonna put ads on whoever we want, even if they're not monetized. Like, even if you're not affiliate or partner now. But we'll let you accrue the ad revenue, but you won't actually be able to cash out the ad revenue you make until you become affiliate. Until then, we'll hold it hostage. Have fun. That's what they said. So you could be a non-affiliate and have so many ads run on your channel that you accumulate, like, say, $100 or more, and you'll never be able to access that money until you become affiliate, basically. I guess they got tired of Asmongold on his Zach Rar channel just using up their bandwidth, costing them thousands and thousands of dollars, having thousands and thousands of fucking viewers without any monetization. Because that's what he was doing for so long. Yeah, that is something Twitch announced publicly. They have like this whole video talking about it. But yeah, like, Asmongold for years, at least a couple years, he was streaming on his channel that's not affiliate on purpose to cost Twitch a bunch of money, basically. Because no one can, if you're not affiliate or a partner, no one can subscribe or gift bits, nothing. Like, you can't, even if you want to, even if people want to, they cannot give you money. At least not that goes to Twitch. If you have, like, you know, an off-site donation page, like on Ko-Fi or something, that's something different. But, like, nobody can give bits or subscriptions or anything, right? But the bandwidth bill is still going to be enormous for Twitch because all those people tuning into that channel, basically. And so now they said, yeah, fuck that. Even if you're not an affiliate, we're going to run ads on your channel if we feel like it and make money off people watching you, even if you're not affiliate. Some people can't go affiliate. Yeah, and so now those people are screwed with ads anyway. Twitch is like, fuck all y'all, basically. They're desperate. Yeah. Yeah, Twitch is very desperate. They're trying to, like, act like it's this hype thing, but they're just desperate. Kick is starting to kick their ass. Fitting name for that platform. So they're grabbing at straws. pretty obvious. They're losing more and more streamers to Kick and other platforms. Since Kick offers way better deals for now. And it's growing in popularity. I mean, just look at what happened recently with that whole anti-viewbot debacle that they started, that ended up affecting, like, basically Twitch streamers who have a shit ton. I mean, people lurk all the time. I lurk. Like, there's a lot of streams I watch, I never chat, not even once. Well, now if you don't do that, you're not even counted as a viewer, just because they're trying to win back the trust of their advertisers because they've had a viewbotting problem for so long. They're trying to win back the trust of their advertisers by actually trying to do something about the viewbots finally, that are all over the platform. And then they became so aggressive with it that even legitimate viewers are not being counted now anymore, unless they chat like at least once. Like Pizza Mate even briefly mentioned something about this on her last stream. Something about like, she just briefly said that it like, if you type like lurk or something like that, it helps the channel. Because with Twitch doing funky things, she said it in her own way, you know, sort of keeping it subtle. With what Twitch is doing, people who normally lurk and don't say a word are not being counted as viewers now, in a lot of cases. Unless they at least pop once, basically. It's getting dark for Twitch, man. It's getting dark. Feels capitalism, man. Feels fucking capitalism. So yeah, they're getting desperate. A couple of streamers I know are disabled and can't physically work. Twitch affiliate status counts as employment/income and they'd risk losing their benefits. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And that just goes into a whole nother plethora of topics of conversation with like politics and economic issues, which are one and the same. Like they're inseparable, politics and economics. Because it's just like, yeah, that's a whole nother can of worms where it's like, if you make too much money, if you start making too much money, if you don't make enough money, they give you like just barely enough scraps to like barely get by. But if for some reason you start to want to better your life and make more, then they take away those little scraps, making it way harder, you know, in that kind of situation. And so then it's like you're basically locked into that income bracket because of what Lanta said is just one example of many things that can happen to somebody, where that can happen. Where it's just like you just get locked into that income status forever because it's like if you try to make a little more and you make a little too much, they'll take away your benefits, like Lantis just said, and then you just end up in a worse situation than if you didn't try to make any money at all. Like, wow, way to incentivize people to want to actually like do something. That's great. And since Twitch pays shit, it won't cover the bills. Exactly, yeah. Like, they're literally better off not trying to make money. Or not trying to, like, make a career out of a passion in this example, you know? And the American healthcare system is very, very much the same. I don't know if the friends you were talking about are maybe American or Canadian, but I can only speak for how the American healthcare system works, because that's the one I'm more familiar with, obviously. But yeah, like it's very similar. It's just like when it comes to like social security, disability and all that stuff, it's like, okay, you're making barely enough to get by. You start to try to make more, well now we're gonna take away your benefits. So now the little bit more that you're trying to make is gonna be completely used up on what your benefits used to cover. So you get nowhere, literally. you just get nowhere. People like to, you know, pretend that, oh, capitalism gives you social mobility. Unless you're disabled or born poor or in a hopeless fucking circumstance, it's like impossible to crawl out of. Yeah, it's a mess, yeah. So-called freedom. In the country with the highest, like, percentage of population being incarcerated or something like that. Freedom. Yeah, my point was to say with that gripe was just like, way to incentivize people to actually want to like better themselves when you do that. You kneecap them the moment they try. Anyway, yeah, pretty much everybody gets ads now on Twitch. That's where we originally started this whole conversation. I don't know how they pick and choose which non-affiliate channels get ads, but yeah, pretty much everyone gets them if Twitch feels like it. Insane how little disability support and resources you get, considering all humans become disabled eventually. Yeah. I mean, in America, Trump and his cronies are already doing what they can to erode public trust in Social Security so that they can eventually privatize it and destroy it completely. With making like the insane requirements they're starting to create for like being able to get your Social Security benefits. Just looking at the without even having to look at the details, like just looking at on the surface what they're doing, making it so much harder, it's very clearly fuck you, if you're old, just die, because we don't want to keep supporting you. Like, thank you for your service when you were young and working, but now that you're old, we don't actually want to pay you your Social Security benefits, we just want you to die off. That's pretty much the message. You're disabled? Are you disabled because you're old? Please just die, is what they're saying. But people voted for that prick. I was like, and people voted for this prick, man. Yeah, it's only a matter of time before everybody's retirement is completely stripped away from them. Exactly, Lantis, and they're taking it away. Slowly but surely, that's where we're headed, here in America. Which is why I don't plan on sticking around. I said it before, it's gonna become... Well, I said it to you off stream, I think when we were in voice chat. This country is literally going to become hell on earth before Trump's presidency is over. It's gonna become hell on earth if it isn't already. For anybody that isn't a rich, white man. If you're not all three of those categories, you're in trouble. You're in huge trouble. With everything that Trump's doing right now. Rich, white, and male. Yeah. Yeah, honestly, I would be too if I was June. Yeah, as soon as I saw those election results, I was like, well, I guess it's time to leave. My whole just sticking around, like, sticking around because, oh, you know, I'm a patriot. I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna tough it out. I'm not gonna let it, dude. We have no actual power to, like, we have no actual power to, like, once the president is in, they pretty much do whatever the fuck they want. I mean, Trump's been proving that over and over. You can just get away with so much shit. Like, I'm glad people are trying their best to resist, but in the end, it's not looking good. Like, fascism is pretty much here, and it's only gonna get worse. So I want to try to get the hell out before it does get any worse. For sure. I know, I remember you telling us that before, Atlantis. You motherfuckers crash Canada's immigration website. I've been looking at different places like, yeah, dude, even Mexico is kind of on the up lately. I was like, dude, I might even just go to Mexico. I don't, like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I've been considering Mexico, Canada, like Denmark, Sweden. I've been looking at options for sure. I was like, in the meantime, while I decide where the fuck I'm going, I'm just gonna try to make as much money as possible so I can make the move smoothly. Try to make as much money as I can, and then get the fuck out. Basically DDoSed it with the influx of traffic, yeah. Yeah, that's basically currently what I'm working on. Fitting we were talking about Trump while this music was playing. I just realized that. I mean, he basically thinks of himself as a god. Kefka's theme music denotes that he had, you know, Kefka looking at himself the same way. There, you know, there's some similarities there. Wherever you end up, we'll still be friends and play games together. Yeah! Thank you, Lantis. I appreciate that. Yeah, I pretty much already told most of my family, like, wherever, like, if I do get enough money and the ability to move somewhere else, the only thing that'll be holding me back anymore at that point is pretty much, you know, them, not leaving them alone. But I mean, depending on what happens, I might leave anyway, basically, you know? It just depends on how bad things really get. You know, everything's up in the air, nothing's for sure yet, so... But I at least want to be prepared to leave at a moment's notice if I have to. That is what I'm striving. Even if I don't leave right away, I want to be able to leave, basically. To have the ability to get the hell out at a moment's notice. Like when Zepla escaped from Ukraine, basically. For those who know that story. Zepla being an FF14 streamer. Hi, Pizza Maid. Pizza Maid says you finally agreed to move on to Pioneer 23? Yes. That's where I'm going. I'm going into space. Trump can't get me there. Not yet. Elon Musk might, but we'll shoot him down with some lasers or something. I don't know. I'm sure Pioneer 23 has got some, like, aerial defenses, right? How you doing, Pizza Maid? I hope you're having a good Friday evening. We got Darby. Does that count? Hey, an attack dog is better than nothing. I don't want to live on this planet anymore. Yeah, exactly, Lantis. Can I just go to live on the International Space Station? And hope that a sun fart doesn't take me out? I was thinking about that too. I was like, damn, if the sun fart was strong enough, it would, like, it would actually take out satellites and probably the International Space Station too. I was like, those poor people, man. Planes would go down. Pay him in treats. I mentioned this before, but this track, if anybody's noticed how long it's going, it's because it's 17 minutes long. We're 10 minutes in, we got 7 minutes left. It's more than a quarter of an hour long, this track. That's ridiculous. Holy shit. Yeah. If you're talking about my level, Pizza Maid, yes. We have passed the halfway mark to 200. We're on our way. Oh, you meant the song. Same thing. Yeah, same situation. We've passed the halfway mark. Hey, in my mind, it was a 50-50. I was like, okay, she's either talking about the song or she's talking about the you know, the level that I'm at. I gambled and I went with the level, but you meant the song. You want to see the numbers? There's the numbers. Right there. But who produces the numbers? The game does. $41.2 mil. I'm about to get there, yeah. At the start of the stream, we weren't even at 41 yet. That was a 40. Now it's at 41. Alright, 38 minutes into this. You missed National Cheeseburger Day? You mean we missed National Cheeseburger Day? I didn't know that. That's a thing? Also, let's see. 41.6 million is the halfway point? Oh, then we're not there yet. Okay, so we're not actually at the halfway point yet, folks, but we'll get there before we the next level up at least. Let me see. Damn it! Stop taking away my pause menu. Yeah. Yeah, we need 200. We need 864,000 more EXP to level up, so we'll pass the halfway point before the next level. Alright. What the what? Okay, Pizza Mate's freaking out. She's like,
What? Fuck! What the shit?
When was it? So it was today or was it yesterday? National Cheeseburger Day. Ding, ding, ding. Bedtime. Time for bed. I'm legit bummed about this. I need a Dole Whip now. I think it was September 18th? Damn, we missed that by a long shot. So it was actually a few days before. Do you remember? The 21st night of September. Motherfucker. Like, why he did it? I was like, why did he die? Had to shoot him one more time. Everyone says 182 is the halfway point because we all play by the Price is Right rules. What is that? And what is that? I don't think I've ever watched The Price is Right. I've heard of it, but like I haven't watched it, so I'm not sure. You jokingly wanted that to be your wedding day? Did you want to have a cheeseburger cake? Like a cake that is... It's cake, like it's sweet and all that stuff, but it looks just like a cheeseburger. Really lifelike cheeseburger. That's gotta be conflicting, right? Because you're gonna bite into that thinking it's gonna taste like a cheeseburger and then it tastes like cake instead. You're like, my brain is so confused. Closest to the nearest dollar without going over. Oh yeah, that makes sense then, yeah. 182 and not 183. Because technically it's closer to 183 than 182, yeah. Nah, but we were gonna wear lucha masks while I was walking down the aisle. What does that have to do with cheeseburgers though? Well, I'm guessing that's just something else you wanted to do. Yeah, closest to the nearest levels I've gone over 182 instead of 183. Even though it's closer to 183. The halfway point. No cheeseburgers at the wedding, just a s'mores bar? Oh, I forgot to do something. Take off my glove of power real quick. Okay, I gotta wait 5 minutes, but I'm gonna give you a shout out to Pizza Made. I usually forget to do that. Yeah, so shout out to the lovely Lantis Grayfield. And after the 5-minute cooldown, I'll give one to Pizza Made as well. I mean, your community is like the best one I've ever been a part of so far, so I don't mind shouting y'all out. Meeting you, Lantis, and everybody else that I've met through you, Pizza, and friends. Been a good time. I've had a lot of fun hanging out with you guys. I think you guys are also like the first Twitch community I've been a part of. Like a group of people that I met through Twitch and became like good friends with and stuff. So all my friends before this point have always been like people that I've met through like MMOs and shit. That's actually June's parents' wedding day. They celebrated 4 years. Oh wow. Give it time, Sam will surpass me. Oh, do you mean like as a Twitch streamer or? When did he start streaming? I found him in the comment section of a video too. I know it wasn't Sam, but his exact profile photo, somebody else is using it on YouTube. He'll gain a community of people who think he's funny, and he'll surpass me. Yeah, that same exact Gundam and everything. It's the same close-up. It was actually, I think it was in a video that of a pretty well-known FF14 YouTuber and Twitch streamer that I watched too. I knew I should have taken a picture of it just to show you guys, and I totally forgot to. Yeah, I figured it was just a popular Gundam, yeah. But the way he typed, I was like, that's not Sam. It wasn't offensive or anything. Like, it wasn't a bad comment, but I could just tell. I was like, that's not Sam. Not to mention the video I was watching, I was like, I don't think this interests him really, so there's no way that's Sam, you know? Those who fight. That's the name of this song. I now know where the inspiration for the name comes from, which fits with FF7's theme. One of his themes. Sam is grammatically correct 90% of the time. I believe it. I mean, I rarely see him type, but I believe it. I'm gonna add this to queue to repeat it at least one more time, because it's obviously one of my favorites. Totally not biased towards FF7 or anything, but... It's called... I think it's called Those Who Fight, because... I haven't confirmed this yet, but somebody mentioned a quote from Gandhi. And we were just talking about, you know, we were touching on politics a little bit earlier, right? So this kind of fits. A quote from Gandhi that said something along the lines of like the difference, like people focusing on the differences between somebody who fights passively, like through pacifism, basically, like protests and stuff like that, and somebody who fights, you know, through violence, like activists, basically. He was talking about the difference between activists, basically, like peaceful ones and non-peaceful ones, right? He said, I think there's a bigger difference between those who choose to fight, like those who fight, and those who don't. Like, regardless of whether it's peaceful or not, he said there's a big difference between those who fight and those who don't. And so I think that's where the inspiration for the title of this song came from. Since FF7 starts off with, you know, the main characters being eco-terrorists, basically. Non-pacifist, very violent activists against what Shinra's doing. So I think it fits. I think that's what they were going for. Those who fight, whether peaceful or not. And that's Avalanche. If Sam was a food, he'd be a jalapeno popper. He's spicy and cheesy at the same time. That is very true. I think you nailed that on the head, Lantis. That is very true. Even Pizza Mate concurs. There you go. He's like, this is accurate. That last little segment right there of the song, or the track, that's definitely my favorite part of it. It just gives off that sensation of like, describing it in words is always a little tricky, but like, the feeling it conveys is like that of, like it might feel a little hopeless, but don't give up kind of thing, you know? Like, you have to win this battle. Too many people are counting on you. That kind of thing. There's too much on the line. That's the feeling it conveys. It's really good. Gotta check something. You know, I've heard of jalapeno poppers, but I've never... Since I've obviously never eaten one. I don't think I've even seen one. I'm kind of wondering, what actually is it? Like, is it just a jalapeno you pop in your mouth or something, or? I'm kind of curious now. What is a jalapeno popper? A jalapeno that has its inside taken out. Did they fill it back up with something else, like cheese or something, or? Oh, I nailed it! There it is! It's filled with cheddar cheese, breaded, then fried. Damn. That actually sounds pretty good. I take it even just the outside of the jalapeno, though, is still kind of spicy, though, right? Like, I mean, I'm guessing it still preserves some of the flavor of the jalapeno. A jalapeno. Like, maybe it's just not as strong because the inside's taken out, at least. So I'm kind of wondering if I would ever try one now. Got a slight heat, but barely any. Okay. You like the ones full of cream cheese, too? Oh, man, that just made me crave, That made me crave those little, cheese Rangoon things from Panda Express, man. It's like, it reminds me of when I used to put Philadelphia cheese, you know, the brand Philadelphia for cream cheese. Philadelphia cream cheese onto, like, Ritz crackers. Or even saltine crackers. Oh, it was the best. But then you ship bricks. That part wasn't so good. So... Oh shit, a mine material, give me that. As if I need it that badly, but you know. I'm hoarding them because, hey, maybe I could give them to someone. The heat in poppers is mild enough for my white girl pumpkin spiced taste buds. Well, when you put it that way, Lantis, I guess maybe I can handle it too then. I guess I'll have to give one a shot one day. Because, I mean, I consider my taste buds to be pretty much the same as what you just described. Not sure about the pumpkin spiced part, but... like, the overall sentiment of what you were going for, yeah. I mean, I like Starbucks. I haven't had it in a while, but I don't turn it down. You can buy them at the grocery store and pop them in the oven or an air fryer. But are there any restaurants that just sell them like that, though? That just sell them ready to eat? Because I was thinking more along the lines of, like, I saw it on a menu somewhere, you know? Like on the food menu? Okay. I don't think I'd go out of my way to, like, buy them and have them in the house. But, like, if I saw them in a restaurant someday, I'll think back to this conversation and be like, I'm gonna try those, you know? TGI Fridays! Well, that's why. The first time I heard of jalapeno peppers was from people having a conversation about TGI Fridays, so that makes sense. It's bar food? Yeah, I mean, it sounds like it. I like bar food. A lot of bar food, I'm like, yo, can I just have this even without the alcohol? Like, oh, yeah, see, here we go. Speaking of bar food, because conversations inevitably, I've said this before, conversations inevitably tend towards food when Pizza May's around. Speaking of bar food, it's true. I really like cheese curds. I discovered a couple years ago, and God, what are they called? The pretzels. I like these little pretzel buns that you dip in beer cheese dip. What the hell is their name? I think they're just called pretzel bites. These little fluffy pretzel bites, basically. Little balls of fluff. You dip them into beer cheese, and oh my God, really craving those. Yeah, those and cheese curds, oh my God, they're so good. And you typically find them, you know, at restaurants that have bars, or they're focused on bars, you know. Bar food, basically. You find that. Cheese curds, the beer cheese dip with the pretzel bites. Oh, man. I frequently visit, like, well, I get takeout. I don't actually go there. I get it delivered, or I go pick it up and take it home. But my favorite, like, bar slash restaurants, like restaurants that are basically bars, also, Applebee's and Chili's. Once in a while, you know, BJ's Brew House or whatever the hell, and Buffalo Wild Wings are pretty good. But those ones are also kind of overpriced, I gotta say. They have a little bit too much prestige going for them, so they take advantage of it. For some reason, I don't see too many of them, but yeah. Wait. Oh, okay, it's Jessica. I was like, who's there? I thought I saw somebody out the corner of my eye. Yeah, Chili's and Applebee's. I really like those for bar restaurants or whatever. Texas Roadhouse, though? I was just thinking about it. I haven't really tried it. Because most days they don't open until 4 p.m. They only open earlier on the weekends, like starting on... a little earlier on Thursday, but not really in the morning until like Friday and Saturday and Sunday. But yeah, they have a bar too, but I've never actually checked out, like... I mean, you can get the same food as... It doesn't matter where you sit. You don't have to sit at the bar. I think what I used to like getting there was... What the hell are they called? Potato skins. Or tater skins or whatever. I mean, you get more than just the skin. You get a good chunk of the inside of the potato too with it. But basically, it's almost like they took a potato, they took out the core, and then just the entire outside, basically, in slices. Somewhat thin. Not too thin, but somewhat thin slices. It's a good chunk of the inside of the potato still there. And then they fry it, cover it in cheese and bacon. And then you can dip it into, like, sour cream or some other dip that you want. Yeah, pizza knows. Potato skins. This is, how does your country have access to cheese curds and still not know how to make a decent poutine? I only barely heard about poutine for the first time ever from a Canadian streamer that I'd been watching for years. But even then, I only heard him mention it for the first time, like, probably a year ago. I never knew what poutine was before that. I looked it up afterwards and was like, that looks delicious and I want to try it. For sure, but I never knew what poutine was before that. Pizza says blame New Jersey. They made disco fries and confused everyone. What the fuck are disco fries? Oh, I got something else to look up now. Give me some disco fries. French fries with melted mozzarella and brown gravy on top? Holy heart attack, I want to try that. The popular diner food. Damn. It's delicious. I make it at home a lot. I definitely gotta try that. Have you ever posted a pic of that? I could look it up on our the food channel on the Discord. Steak cut fries. Oh, those are the best. If you've ever posted a pic of it there, I'll definitely go look it up. Okay, no pressure. I'm just curious to see what it looks like. Well, I can obviously Google it, but I just mean I'm curious to see your style, basically, like, and how that compares to what I see on the internet when I look this up. Because, you know, homemade recipes tend to, you know, they have the creators, the person who makes them, they have a little twist usually, you know? See, there it is. I made a Spanish version of it using pernil and pork gravy. What the hell's pernil? I'm such a shut-in. On this girl Sunday, okay. Party Raymer Resta found a Gifoy level 30 disc. Since when did the announcements start becoming party announcements? Instead of just saying the name of the player. What's that about? I've never seen that. That announcement just now. Pernil is Spanish pork roast. Alright. That's a first. Sounds tasty though. It's bad enough I was already a little hungry when I started streaming, but now I'm like, shit. Can tomorrow be a cheat day too? My cheat days are usually just Tuesday. I don't know why, I just settled on that day for some reason. I think it's because a few of the restaurants I frequent, some of which I already mentioned, they usually have some good deals on Tuesdays for some reason. So that's probably why I settled on making Tuesday my official cheat day of the week. Oh shit, look at that. You gotta escape though. Honestly, steak up fries are the only correct choice. You need thick fries to be able to support the thick gravy and cheese pull. I mean, yeah, that sounds about right, yeah. I think tater skins are thick enough to do it too. But now you're, you know... I might change the flavor to potato skin. Send me a DM. I'll check it out right after this. Let me... No! Okay, good. They thought I left the room because I got right to the edge of that platform. I love how stupid their AI is. Alright, let's see this. Oh my god, that looks delicious. And familiar too. I think I did see this picture when you posted it. I don't know how old it is, but I feel like I've seen this. We only had a little pork left and Nathan's french fries in the freezer that I needed to use, so I made it with pernil, roast pork gravy, and cheddar cheese on top. That looks fucking delicious. Are those the, I love that style of fries. What are they called again? Crinkle cut fries? Where they're like, you know, they kind of look like a little accordion. I fucking love the texture of those. Yeah, okay, I just switched back to the chat. I can see what you said. Nathan's thick cut, crinkle cut fries. Yeah, crinkle cut are my favorite types of fries. Another escape though, holy shit. Doing one run, let's go for 3. Come on. Come on, I'll take that. No. Damn, we can get 3. 2 escape those, I'll take it. That looks delicious though, pizza. I feel like I did see that though. I don't know. Either way, that's delicious, and I appreciate you sending that to me, honestly. Some of my favorite kinds of foods are definitely like fries covered in like cheese and bacon or stuff like that. Any kind of variation like that, you know? Those are always my favorite to try out. I like that more than like cheeseburgers and pizza. Pizza's a good contender, I will say. But when it comes to like cheeseburgers and fries, I usually prefer just the fries if I have to pick one. If they can be covered in like cheese and bacon or something like that, you know? Like carne asada fries. Oh, carne asada fries are the best. I lived right by Nathan's in Coney Island for years, so it was always my go-to. Nice. I actually have heard of Coney Island in New York City. Oh shit, I got too close to it. Well, it doesn't matter, but... Didn't have to go that far. Alright, I think this is gonna be the last kill of the night. But hey, I love this conversation we just had about food, though. It's always a good time, honestly. Delicious. Shout out to Pizza Maid. There we go. I remembered. Thank you for bringing the topic of delicious food to the table. You know what? It makes sense. It's in your name. It makes perfect sense why consciously or subconsciously we would always start talking about food when your name starts with a food item name, you know? Pizza Maid. And I mean that in the best way possible. Food is always a great subject. Everyone always perks up. Everyone loves talking about their favorite foods, man. Including me, obviously. Oops. Look, I just typed /lobby in chat. Tonight I cooked, so it was a healthy food night. Oh, nice. What'd you make? Out of curiosity, you don't have to answer if you don't want to, but kind of curious. Oops. Well, he's dancing to the music, but I meant to do that. You made a spinach and grain salad with toasted tofu on top with a chimichurri dressing. Now I have to look up what chimichurri is. That sounds like something I should know. Tasty food is a great conversation. Even if you don't like the same things, we all agree that food is wonderful. Yes! A green garlicky sauce. Not like pesto, though. Oh, okay. Ooh. Ugh. Yeah, my body's like, it's time to wrap it up. I hate to wrap it up on this, though. I mean, we're having such a good conversation about food. I got so many things I gotta look up. Bonjour! She's still here! She just went to go hide! Happy face to you too, Major. Are you watching the fishies? Fishies? You think? I don't know, she's somewhere around here, but she's hiding. Oh, there she is. Fishies! See, they're all still here, Pizza. You don't have to worry about, Whoa. Shit. Okay, let me turn the camera. Fish POV. How did Zach zoom out his camera enough to be able to see a fish? I don't know how he did it, but we're seeing the fish POV. Anyway, thank y'all very much for watching, folks. That's it for me tonight. As always, please take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Don't die. I appreciate all of your viewership and for hanging out with me, no matter which platform you found me on. And until next time, I hope y'all have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, and good night. And a special shout out to Pizza Maid and Lantis Grayfield for joining me here live as well. Thank you for the adventures. Thank you for joining me on the adventures, Pizza. And you too, Lantis. Thank you very much. Thank you both. Here's a heart hands for you both. Actually, I have a heart on my shirt. Ugh. It almost looks like a Kingdom Hearts logo. There. Heart. But yeah, thank you all very much. It's a cute shirt, right? Yeah, I definitely want to see if I can get like a copy made or something. Make another one like it. Because it is really good, honestly. Starting to get old, but yeah. Tefiros. Yeah, I'm gonna start singing in Latin. I gotta learn Latin just so I can understand the lyrics, but anyway, yeah. Have a good one, everybody. Bye, have a great time. I'll see y'all tomorrow for one last stream before the Affinity server shut down. Or no. What? No, before the EXP week ends. The fuck was I? Fucking my mind is like thinking Infinia's done. Like, I don't know where the hell that Freudian slip came from. Infinia's not going anywhere, folks. That was just my mind going somewhere crazy. I think it's because I was thinking of Sephiroth destroying the world or something. I don't know. But yeah, I'll try to get a stream in before the event ends. So I'm gonna try to stream at 4 p.m. PST at the latest, so I can get 1 hour like before the event ends at 5 p.m. PST. So look out for that. But yeah, I'll see y'all next time. Have a good one, everybody. Bye. Good night. My God, it's like,
Bruh. Look at this dude.
EXP week is over. The game doesn't exist anymore. Exactly. Lantis knows. That's exactly where my mind went.
You suck.
Alright, I'm bowing out. Vaughn says goodnight. I'm gonna do a backflip. Oh, I hit tab. I meant this. There we go. Damn. All sorts of scuff tonight. All sorts of scuff. Good night, everyone.
Bruh.